Hey everybody. Today is Sunday, March 11th, 2018. Earlier this week, on the date March 7th, the Seattle Mariners brought famous baseball player Ichiro Suzuki back to the team, and they signed him at the, well, by baseball standards, old age of 44. And Ichiro says he wants to play until he's 50, and maybe even older than that. Major League Baseball, along with all other professional sports, as well as collegiate sports, are run by a Judeo-Masonic organization that practices the Kabbalah and runs their businesses by the numbers. This signing is a perfect example of this Kabbalah in practice. And one of the key elements of the Kabbalah is the practice of Gematria, or Gematria, which is the practice of coding numbers into words. Put quite simply, you can start with the alphabetic order where the letter A is worth 1, B is worth 2, C is worth 3, all the way to Z as 26. You can also reverse this alphabetical order where Z is 1 and A is 26. And we also have two main reduction methods where all the double-digit numbers using the rules of numerology are reduced to a single digit. So let's show you how this works. First of all, Seattle Mariners in simple English gematria sums to 179. There's another cipher called English Extended, where the numbers are amplified. They go 1 through 9, 10 through 90, and then 100 through 800. And using this method, the name Ichiro sums to 179 as well. Now Ichiro is 44 years old, and 44 is a number that's been stamped on Asian men throughout history. The word Asian, A is the first letter, S the 19th, I is the 9th, and so on. You add these numbers up, the word Asian equals 44. Furthermore, when you write out the number 44, it sums to 144. In the reverse alphabetic order, the term Asian man equals 144. And this is something we've seen quite often, something I have more posts about on my blog. The name Ichiro, using the reduction method, also sums to 44. And if you reverse this alphabetical order and reduce it to a single digit, you'll find that the city that he's famous for playing in, Seattle, also sums to 44. Now the 44th prime number is 193, and prime number relations are extremely significant in numerology. As you can see here, 193, the 44th prime. In a cipher called Frank Baconis, this is where capital letters are taken into account. You see they alternate capital and small letters. This is like the first cipher that most people see when they go to school. Anyways, Mariners equals 193. Once again, the 44th prime number. And on the date that Ichiro signed back with the team at age 44, he was 19 weeks and 3 days after his birthday. So again, Ichiro equals 44, and once again he signs with Seattle 44 at the age of 44, 19 weeks and 3 days after his birthday, and 193 is the 44th prime number. The text that CNN gave for the link to the Bleacher Report article, it said 44-year-old MLB icon wants to play past 50. And they even coded the number 44 into this headline, this time using the ALW Kabbalah cipher. So here, as you can do on the calculator, you go to Options, and you can change the way numbers are calculated. So when you have it at reduced, it'll say 4 plus 4, as you can see here, 4 plus 4 equals 8. And then as far as the 50, this is just calculated as 5, because 5 plus 0 is 5. Well, if you change this to full, you'll see that the 44 now calculates as a 44, and the 50, likewise, is now a 50. And using the English Kabbalah, which uses every 11th letter in the English ordinal cipher, and add these numbers up, it sums to 440. Now, of course, some of you could say this is coincidence, but I want to point this out. The headline of the article here on Bleacher Report, if you copy this time with number calculation off, I want you to notice this 840 in the reverse alphabetical order. The number 44, if you take all the numbers that multiply evenly into 44 and add them together, you get the sum of 84. So 44, the sum of divisors, is 84. And this headline sums to 840. And since Gematria is a numerological practice, we ignore the zeros, so this reflects a 44 or an 84. And then to top this off, Ichiro is 4 months, 13 days after his birthday. If you add 1 plus 3, it equals 4. So once again, another 44. Now Ichiro says he wants to play until he's 50 years old. And how does this tie in? Because we know that all of these stories are manufactured by the numbers without exception. So certainly there has to be some significance to 50 years old, and absolutely there is. And to point this out, I want to mention 44's relation to the number 99. Especially in certain fonts, the number 99 looks a lot like the number 44. And in Gematria, when you write out 44, it sums to 99 using the reverse alphabetical order. But that's not all. If you take another look at the properties of 44, you'll see that the 44th triangular number is 990. This means if you take every number 1 through 44, add them together, it sums to 990. So we're going to look at something called English Sumerian Gematria. And this is another very basic cipher. It uses the alphabetic order, but multiplies every digit by 6. So A is 6, B is 12, C is 18, it just goes up by 6. And using this method, when you type out 50 years old, it sums to 990. That's the 44th triangular number, once again. But to take this further, if you write out 50, it sums to 66, English ordinal. That's the same as 50 years old in reduction, also 66. And Ichiro signed at age 44 on the 66th day of the year, which was March 7th. And if you were also paying attention, you may have noticed that the word 50 equals 69 in the reverse order. That's the same as 50 years old in reverse reduction, 66 and 69. I had to make a quick edit here, but it was Ichiro's 44th birthday that fell on a date with 69 numerology. October 22nd, 2017, 10 plus 22 plus 20 plus 17. And now that he's back with the Seattle Mariners, you can kind of say that his career has come full circle. Full circle equals 101, alphabetic order. This is the 26th prime number. 26 letters in the alphabet, very significant number in numerology. And the name Suzuki equals 26 reduction. Full circle in reduction equals 47. Seattle is located on the 47th parallel. And, think about how they have a rotating restaurant on the Space Needle that spins every 47 minutes. The word time equals 47, alphabetic order. And the last thing I'll point out about this is just the word circle on its own. Circle equals 50, and the 50th prime number is 229. And Ichiro was 229 days before his 45th birthday, when he signed his contract back with the Mariners. So that'll do it for this video. Of course, players, when they sign with teams, it's always done by the numbers, especially the big stars of the game. And Ichiro, the most famous Asian baseball player of all time, signing back with the Mariners at age 44 by the numbers. Just too perfect to be a coincidence. All right, Truth Seeker, thanks for watching. God bless.